Good morning. Good morning. Or actually, it's afternoon. Happy Friday afternoon. Um, Pam Drzwicki here. How are you today? I'm coming in for the Friday planning series, and I usually come in sharing my coffee mug of choice because that really helps me generate my energy. And this week, I'm going to be talking about promoting yourself. Okay, so when we're promoting ourselves, I needed something that will help me remember the importance in promoting myself. And so my mug this week is the Bristol Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, I mean, I said, how apropos is this to have this mug? Because it is the perfect segue in the Friday planning series on promoting ourselves. So, promoting. Some people, so I started talking to people about this because I wanted to get their thought on how do they feel? Are they comfortable with feeling? What is the thought that they get around promoting themselves? And some people said they love it. They love promoting themselves. It helps them get the word out about what they do and who they are. Other people were like, no, not so much. I like to kind of stay in the background, have my talent really shine, and that's how it'll promote me. Other people were like, yeah, promoting to me is a little bit on the arrogant side because who wants to hear about what I have to say and what I'm talking about? So there was all these different, hey Steph, there's all these different ways that people are feeling about promoting themselves and what that means. Now, when I worked in the insurance industry, my job was actually to promote the person that I worked with. Now, I found that very easy for me to promote him and the company that we worked with. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining. So in that circumstance, for all those years, my job was to fill his calendar and promote him and the services that we provided. That was easy for me because I wasn't promoting me, okay? So do you find a difference when it comes to that? Is it easier for you to have someone else promote you than you promote yourself? Now, as business owner myself, I needed to get comfortable around the fact, and I don't know if you feel this way too, but I needed to get comfortable around the fact that it's my job to let people know what I do for a living, okay? So I know all of you must see me on social media and think that I'm really comfortable around promoting myself because I'm everywhere on all the social media. Reality is, if it was in person, I'm gonna pull the curtain back, it's not as easy for me to do that. I'm one of those people that I may show up that I'm an extrovert and that I'm outgoing and everything, but really deep down inside, I'm an introvert when it comes to actually telling people about what I do. And especially in an environment like a chamber, like my mug, like a chamber event, do you find yourself being, when they go around the room and you have to give your 30-second or your minute commercial about who you are and how you're showing up? Do you get butterflies around that? I know I get butterflies around it from time to time, right? So in person, it makes me a little bit more nervous than if I was to just jump online and go ahead and promote myself because I'm not having to interact with anybody. So promoting yourself sometimes, when we get nervous about it, it shows up a little different, like we're not confident about what we want to do. So when we go around the room if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, or if you're in a meeting and you don't own your own business, but you're working as a busy professional woman and you're in a meeting, it's so important to own who you are, right? And have that confidence around you. Now, like I said before, some people that I asked said that, you know what, I'm not comfortable with it at all. And what I do and the work I do and the quality I do of the work shines. So that's my promotion. So they don't have to go into that self-promotion state. But if you're showing up, say I know when I'm in a chamber meeting and we go around the room, I have to introduce myself and promote because it's my commercial, right? I need to be comfortable with that. So I come off confident. And that was another thing, confidence, arrogance, right? There's a fine line between two of them. But when you back it up with the quality of person you are, then that helps with the promotion of moving forward. Do you agree? Do you find that sometimes when you are confident in a situation, being aware with the people around you and how they're reacting will help in how you're coming off comfortably when you're promoting, right? So you do that, it comes up and you have to have this 30-second commercial. And the key to this commercial is to feel authentic, because when we're authentic, then promoting ourselves helps better, right? We're showing up stronger. So if I'm showing up authentic, then the people that are listening to me will come up to me afterwards and talk to me about it. So getting comfortable around the fact of promoting you is really a key factor in getting out there and letting the world know what you do. You have talents. We all have talents. Let's share those talents with people. And people aren't going to know what your talent is unless you talk about it. We can't assume that they know, right? We can't assume that they know about that. So strutting your stuff, tooting your own horn. How do you feel about that? Are you comfortable with tooting your own horn? Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. It was when I was still in the insurance agency, we became top 10 in the district or in the Eastern region. And we had to go up on stage in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. Now, I wasn't promoting myself. I was up there because I was part of a team. So even though I was a little nervous, it wasn't as scary as if I had to go up and stand up there myself, right? But being part of that team. So if you have people around you that could support you in promoting yourselves and helping you promote what you do and who you are, then that takes some of the pressure off, right? So why do you think that people think they're boasting when they're just telling others what they do? Why do you think there's a difference between the two of those? There was this quote that I read, and I want you to think about that, because there was this quote that I read, P.T. Barnum, right, the guy that started this circus. He had said, without promotion, something terrible happens. And you know what that is? Nothing. Nothing happens without promotion. Think about that. If we're in a corporate environment, the way we move up the ladder is we show our skills and we let people know that we're really good at what we do, and then we get aligned for a promotion. If we have our own business and we're out there and we're like myself, I'm out there coaching and I go out, I promote myself. So I am able to do what I love to do and help other people with their productivity. So I need to feel comfortable around that. If I wasn't feeling comfortable around that, then I would have to have maybe a person on my dream team that can help me with the promoting. Be kind and generous when you're talking around a subject. Like I said, be aware. So if you're at a networking event and you're chatting with somebody and you're doing all of the talking and none of the listening because you're so busy talking, which probably at that point might be coming off boasting, and you're talking so much that you're not listening, then we have to be aware and we got to step back and be kind and generous with our time and our listening skills. Don't fall into maybe a sales pitch because then you come off really salesy. So it's really important to think about, thank you for the hearts. It's really important to think about what is that how are you connecting with people? How are you connecting? Okay. So this topic was interesting for me. It was, I have to say, it was a little difficult topic, but I thought it was something that really needed to be talked about. It was difficult because I was trying to find a way to understand, and that's the reason why this time I went out and I started asking people about it, because I thought it was fascinating to get their understanding on promoting. I thought it was fascinating, and it was my power word this week because it was really strong in my planning process to work on promoting powerful purpose and the business and my Take Back My Life group coaching community. So I was really focused on that work this week, and that's the reason why that's my power word. So I'm like, I'm so focused on it that there's so many different parts of promotion that started bubbling up. And there was the online promotion, there was the in-person promotion, there was promoting inside your family, inside your career, all different ways that we could use this term, right? So I wanted to come out and just kind of flesh out a little bit, saying it's okay. It's okay. And especially as entrepreneurs or business owners, it's okay to feel comfortable around that. Because really what we need to do is we need to learn how to promote ourselves. We need to own the promoting, right? So with somebody that I asked, one of my clients, I reached out to her and I said, tell me, what do you think about promoting? And she said, self-promoting is a very important skill we need as entrepreneurs. She said, we need to learn it, own it, do it. And even though it's painful at first, pushing through is what the key is. And us working together helped her push through that, right? So she said, learning to promote yourself, owning to promote yourself, doing it, and realizing that the pain at first is going to be hard, but pushing through that pain is going to be worth everything. So for a tip for you guys to do, and I found that this was very helpful for me. And inside my planner, actually, there is a spot of how to write your 30-second commercial, okay? And it's in the resource section if you don't have one of my planners. But if you would like to see one of my planners or want one, go out to my website at powerful-purpose.com /store, and you could order yourself one because there's tons of different resources. But getting comfortable with how to promote yourself. Now, you could use this technique any way, in any circumstance. If you own your own business, if you're in corporate, and you have to learn how to introduce yourself, which is part of the promotion, is first impressions, right? Is the most important thing. Any one of those areas. As a student, introducing yourself. So tip number one is, remember, in promoting, that is your first impression that people are going to have of you. So how do you want to show up? How do you want to show up? Okay? Think about that. Think of some words around what is it that you want people to understand about you. Okay? And then you need to practice. Get that all down. Writing out these things, like tackling this stuff, will help you understand how to promote yourself. Write down, who are you? Who are you? What are you doing? What do you stand for? Okay? Like, I help. I'm a productivity coach. So what I do when I promote myself is I let people know what I do for a living. So I'm a productivity coach, and I help professional women and female entrepreneurs get things done that they want with confidence and no guilt. Okay? So that's my little promotion. What is your promotion line? So who are you? What do you do? You could say your company name if you're talking around company. Who you serve. So I serve professional women and female entrepreneurs. Hey, everybody, right? That's who I serve. Who do you serve? So if you're working in a corporate environment and you're introducing yourself in a meeting, you could stand up and say what you do and who you are. Okay? So when I do corporate workshops, I go around the room and I have everybody introduce themselves. Even though they work in the same company, I want them to promote the reason why they're in my workshop. I want them to promote who they are and what they do inside the company, because who knows what door or opportunity that will open. They may never have even known that Steve was the vice president of this department and he's sitting in the workshop. So there's all these opportunities in our lives that we could use this promotion skill to get comfortable with being able to promote yourself. So when I sit and I'm in my youth ministry group, right, we go along and we have icebreakers. And part of the icebreakers is us promoting ourselves. Why are we there? And one fun fact about us that somebody might not know. That's a promotion. Because my one fun fact the other day was, did you know that I flew a glider plane? So that was my fun fact that I shared. What is hi Carol, how are you? Thanks for joining. What is your fun fact? That's part of the promotion. Yeah, I flew a glider plane. I went up with a tandem pilot was in there. Then he let go of the controls and I actually flew the plane. So that was my fun fact. That promoted that I was adventurous, that I was able to kind of step outside my comfort zone a little bit. So it was promoting my personality style. What is it that you have that can promote you? What is the one fun fact that you could share as an icebreaker? Does anybody have a fun fact that they would love to share about themselves? Let me see. I am recording in here. So that was my fun fact. The other fun fact is that I'm an author. I wrote a book. That was another way of me being able to promote myself, but in a very non-threatening, fun way. That's the key, is to be not in somebody's face when we go to promote ourselves and who we are and our personality style. So what makes you stand out from your competition? What is the one thing? Does anybody have one thing that stands out from their competition? Either somebody told you that that was the one thing when you do your promoting, or you knew. Okay, so Stephanie said she moved 26 times before she was 14 years old. 26 times. Wow. So I would say resilience, right? In promoting yourself, that's resilience that you had by going. It helped me to learn about transitions, meeting new people, and joining new areas. So in that move in that situation, it helped promote her thought about herself for those new things, right? It brought resilience. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing. 26 times before she was 14. That's absolutely amazing. So do you see how that could help in the promoting? That could help in the promoting is really thinking about those fun facts. Thinking about what's the one thing that makes you stand out from your competitor. Now that's, again, as a business owner, an entrepreneur, corporate, what's the one thing about you that makes you stand out? Now, it's either something that somebody told you or it's something you figured out yourself. Now, I know somebody on here, my one thing is that helps me stand out from other coaches is that I've been called the fairy godmother, right? Thank you, Steph. I've been called the fairy godmother because I was told that I make magic happen. I get things done. I help people get things done. I help people look into behind their own curtains to see what it is that they need to maybe change on their mindset to live the life that they truly want to live. And maybe build the business that they want to build. So thank you for that, Steph. Being big hearts, big hugs, being a fairy godmother. That's one of the things that makes me stand out. I know the other thing that makes me stand out is that I do get results. I have a client that I'm working with right now that was scheduled to leave her full-time corporate career in March. And she put her notice in December, 3 months ahead of schedule. And her partner that's going to be joining her, or it's giving her notice in January, and hers was scheduled for June. So working together on figuring out what's best to promote them inside themselves and their new business during the transition. So that's my specialty, is really pushing people through to get things done that they want to get done, but they just don't know how, or they don't know where to start, because isn't it overwhelming? I know, I find it overwhelming. Even myself, I sit back and I look at everything that I need to create to be able to be out there in the world. So I just want you to remember that promoting yourself is okay. Tooting your own horn is okay. Celebrating those successes is so okay. Okay? Okay. Being able to step out and tell people, remember, if you'd like this, let me know. But it's in my planner, so you could write it down and take with you. But if you would like this, let me know and reach out and we'll make it happen. Is who are you? What do you do? What's the company name if you want to add that in there? Who do you serve? Who are you helping? And what makes you stand out from others? So when the next time you're asked and you're at a dinner party and somebody asks what you do, you could do that. You could have that ready. Promote yourself. Promote yourself. Even if you're a stay-home mom, figure it out. Promote yourself. You do amazing work because you're raising children. So what is it that you do that other people would love to hear about so they don't feel alone when they share their greatness? Continue to be amazing. Thank you as always for coming on and supporting me. And the mission that I have to help professional women and female entrepreneurs really make a life that they love and deserve with confidence and no guilt. Feel free to go on to this link that I just shared. Oh, thank you, Steph. I got to learn to go down. Because you help transform us into people we never saw ourselves being. That is so beautiful. And thank you for sharing that. And I work with a coach myself to do the same thing. And I have a dream team around me that helps me continue to be able to do this. Get yourself a dream team. If you want to be part of a community of engagers, go out. Let's have a conversation. Reach out. I have an amazing community of engagers in my Take Back My Life system. And you could go ahead, reach out, schedule a call with me. I would love that. Or shoot me off an email at pam@powerful-purpose.com. And get yourself started that you're comfortable with promoting who you are, what you want to do in your business, your life, or career. Until next time, God bless and thank you.